What's up, Gunpla Modelers? This is Strider Prime bringing you another edition of Gundam Models. Today I'm going to build, by popular demand, 1/44 scale Reborns Gundam Trans Am Mode from the 00 Gundam Animated Series. This is actually the enemy mobile suit piloted by Ribbon's Allmark, which of course went up against the 00 Riser, and as you can see, this is the Trans Am version of this kit. Now, when I think everybody remembers seeing it, the first thing we saw was the canon version of it, of this mobile suit. It was referred to as the Kalyan Mode, which I think there's a picture of what it looks like in Kalyan Mode. Here it is, right there. And then, of course, it goes into Gundam Mode, also referred to as the Reborns Mode. An interesting mobile suit. I thought it looked weak when I first saw it in the series, and I said, oh, okay, this somehow hashtagged a few mobile suits together. But when you look at it closely and see how well defined and well formed this kit is, and this mobile suit is, you have to learn to appreciate its design features. The gun cannon version looks a little weak in certain aspects, but when it flips around, basically there's not much of a transformation. It's more like a Jekyll and Hyde type mobile suit, where it'll turn to something else just by turning it around and flipping a few features. Now, I never bought the original Reborns version of this, and I know that there's a 1.5 version of this, which of course I think, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't turn into the canon version. As a matter of fact, before I bite my own tongue, let me search this right now on HobbyLink, because that's where I get my research. I'll just do Reborns search, and there's the hybrid Reborns, there's the Trans Am Reborns, and why don't I see the 1.5 version of it? Ooh, wow, I guess they don't have it anymore here. And Mecha and Anime HQ doesn't seem to have it listed here as well. We'll figure it out soon enough. I'll do some more research in a moment. But anyway, this is the kit, how it looks like in its Trans Am mode. It has some pretty interesting features that I can't wait to try and look at. And of course, it comes with its own. I think it comes with its own stand. Let's check this out. Tray 1 is 3 different colors here, plus the clear parts, stickers, polycaps. Very nice. And then we have the red parts. I kind of like the red. It has a nice shine to it. There's two of these. And we have the white parts, which is actually the pink parts. It comes with this GN drive here, if you can see that. And then charcoal parts for the weaponry and joints. So there's a lot of parts for a mobile suit that's actually pretty big. I think it's even bigger than the 00, but I could be wrong. But I'm going based on reference video when I was playing the Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3 game. With, you know, and when you fight off Reborns, Reborns is a bigger mobile suit in the game. So I don't know if this transcends over to in the mecha field. Give me a second while I adjust this. There we go. Now, so you guys understand, this was everyone's suggestion that I would make this kit next. So, you know, after this, after I'm done with this, I'm going to take a little bit of a break of the Trans Am kits because I will be building something really cool soon. Really cool. Alright, so let's see now. We have... Here's the Trans Am version of the Reborns, both in normal, Gundam mode and in Canon mode. There's its sheets here, the guide of all the parts, where it's located. And of course we have the body, the head assembly, which is not that much to begin with. There's actually 2 heads assemblies, I didn't realize that. Then the weaponry, the shield, followed by the arms, connecting arm to the torso. And then you have the leg assembly, all the way over here, up to the waist assembly, and then final assembly, which is right here. And then how to convert it from Gun mode over to Gundam mode, Reborns version. It seems to be a pretty simple kit to build. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I'm surprised that they never bothered to make this as a 100 scale no grade kit, or at least put it up as a master grade kit to coincide with the master grade version of the Double Riser. Lately, of course, Bandai had a lot of other kits in their plate to make, so it would be nice to see this as a master grade maybe in a year or so after they've gone through the Age, Unicorn, and of course Wing Gundam's kits. So let's begin building Reborns Gundam Trans Am mode. So first up we're going to build is the torso, and pardon me for saying this, but for doing this, but in the interest of time I decided to put the decals, the stickers on these kits, just so we can move along a little bit quickly now. So the first thing we're going to do is we have the back part, and then we put on these hexagon type poly caps in the back and the sides. This will of course dictate the connection of the joints of the arm. Be sure you push them out like this, as per what the instructions say. Then next up you want to take this part, slide it in the back, slide it here. Be careful, there's like kind of like a little like a wedge there, so it looks like it does this. Be careful to make sure it's up like that. Take this polycap and put it on the front and under here, under the front part of this part of this this part, and then put it together like so. I want to apply a little pressure. There we go. Then let's close this up like that. At which point you want to grab this part here, which is the connector for the arm. Slide it in, put them in there. You may have to finagle it a bit. There we go. Another one here. Now, like I said before, I put the sticker on this. As you can see, the effect looks interesting. And then there's a clear part here that all you need to do is put it in. That's pretty nice. I kind of like that one. That's pretty nice. You have to admit, high-grade kits have come a long way. I would like to discuss about that in a future video. So we have this part, which I guess is the waist. Put this polycap here and then close it up. Ooh, I didn't notice there was a decal here for this. Let's see if I can put it on. That was number... okay, what the hell is it? I gotta look at the symbols. So I pulled out the... okay, that goes, I guess, in the opposite direction. Whoops. No, this goes over here. Come on. I hate when it's like this. There we go. Yeah, that was kind of easy. By the way, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Hope nobody got sick of the turkey. And I hope you guys had a great Black Friday. I, for one, didn't buy anything. I pretty much have all that I want, but obviously there's always something out there that I would want. But I wish everyone had a great time during the holidays. Alright, so with this, we stick that in there. Oh, that's pretty nice. I kind of like that. And then we stick the neck like so. So the front part is done, but there's more. We got to do the back part. And for this, we have this little part here that goes like this. Like that, I guess. And then there's a poly cap for this, and then the thruster nozzle, followed by this part over here. Now, before we put this on, we have this. This is the other head, the gun cannon's head. And I already put the sticker here for the green visor, but then you got to put this clear visor here. If it ever decides to go in, there we go. No? Yes? Maybe? Ooh, here it is. And then we apply it to this part. I've already put on... well, actually, let me finish this and then I'll show you. There we go. Pretty nice. And then... I guess, yeah, you can't put this on like this. There we go. And then the head goes here. Interesting. The head goes peekaboo like that. Hopefully I did that right. And then of course there's two round caps that go here. The manual doesn't state what you put on these round ball caps, but I guess that's going to be later on. So the back and front of the torso is done. Let's move on to the next step.